The story begins with the introduction of the Dark Lord Sauron, who creates a powerful ring called the One Ring, granting him immense power and the ability to control all of Middle-earth. However, the ring was taken from him by Isildur, the ancestor of the humans of Gondor and Arnor, but Isildur was later killed by orcs, and the ring was lost for centuries. Many years later, in Shire, a region of Middle-earth, is home to the diminutive, amicable, and peaceful hobbits. The Hobbit, Bilbo Baggins celebrates his 111th birthday. The magical ring that Bilbo discovered is used by him to announce his departure and vanish during the celebration. But he goes home first, before leaving the Shire. Even though he plans to leave everything to his nephew and successor, Frodo, he hesitates to part with the ring at the last minute. Gandalf, a wizard who later discovers that Frodo's ring is the One Ring, the most potent of the 20 rings of power, persuades him to do so. The Dark Lord Sauron created it. It was by Sauron, the Dark Lord of Mordor, so that he might control the other rings and dominate and subjugate the entire world. The One Ring will ultimately corrupt whoever wears it. The ring is in the Shire, and Sauron wants it back. The one location where the ring can be destroyed, the Cracks of Doom under Aradruin, the Fire Mountain, in the very center of Sauron's domain of Mordor, is where Gandalf instructs Frodo to take the ring. Frodo's journey gets underway at this point. He leaves the Shire in the company of his friends Sam, Merry, and Pippin in order to travel to Rivendell, the home of the elves. As soon as he leaves, he discovers the Black Riders are after him. The hobbits move through the old forest to get away from them. There, a malicious tree captures Merry and Pippin, but Tom Bombadil, the master of wood, water, and hill, saves them. Later, they arrive in Bree, the main settlement in Bree land, where both men and hobbits reside. When the hobbits leave, the ranger known as Strider, or Aragorn, joins them as their guide after they first meet him at an inn. They are assaulted by Black Riders after a few days of travel, and Frodo is hurt by a weapon that could subject him to Sauron's control. Later, they run into Glorfindel, an elf who has come to assist them in getting to Rivendell. It is only until a river rises and sweeps the Black Riders away that Frodo, who he sends riding on his horse, manages to avoid being captured by them. Elrond, the Lord of Rivendell, heals Frodo there. Also present is Gandalf, who explains that the Black Riders are ringwraiths, 9 kings who received rings of power and as a result came under Sauron's rule. Eventually, Frodo sets out to accomplish the quest with the help of the Company of the Ring, which now consists of 9 friends to balance out Sauron's 9 ringwraiths. Frodo, his companions hobbits Merry, Sam, and Pippin, 2 men named Aragorn and Boromir, Legolas the elf, Gimli the dwarf, and Gandalf make up this group. They fail in their attempt to traverse a mountain range as they set out on their dangerous mission and must instead pass through the mines of Moria. They come under attack in the tunnels, first from orcs and then from a Balrog. Despite killing the Balrog, Gandalf finds himself lost. Aragorn leads the remaining friends to the Lothlorien Elvish woodland. After a short break, they continue their trek, but the ring's powerful influence starts to corrupt and seduce even the Fellowship's members. Frodo and Sam ultimately make the decision to travel alone to Mordor. The quest goes on despite the dissolution of the Fellowship.